What is going on, guys? Quad MFT here, that loyal commentator who's always there for you guys. You can always throw a tweet at me, you can always Facebook me, or you can message me on YouTube or PS3. And today I have a guest for me, my dad.
Hello, I'm not your guest. You're my guest in my house.
Okay, apparently I'm his guest.
So, how you doing, son?
I'm doing pretty good, Dad. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, well, this is a special gameplay. We've never done this before.
Yeah, it's actually from my vault that I've saved about 4 or 5 months ago when I got my first ever Modern Warfare 3 MOAB.
Back when you were a virgin.
Back when I was a virgin, yes.
Pre-MOAB days.
Now I have around 40 MOABs.
So that makes you a whore.
Yes, it does.
A MOAB whore, at least.
Yeah, I'm a MOAB whore. But so tell us about this gameplay, Dad.
Well, I don't know too much about the gameplay other than we worked together. We actually teamed up, which is doesn't happen very often because you really don't let me play with you very often because
Well,
I'm just not very good.
Normally you play in free-for-all, and that's mainly your main game mode, but I tend to stick to domination, ground war, kill confirmed, and team deathmatch.
I used to like domination quite a bit, and then I went for kill confirmed. I enjoyed that, but I'm working on my KD. I got to get it above 1 point something. I'm in the points now, so
yeah, he can bring it up, I think so. Leave a like below to support this series, and leave a like below if you think he can get it above 1.0.
Well, I'll tell you, we work together on this one. It works pretty good. So
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, I thought today we would do kind of a thing where it's a father-son thing where you and I could talk about different topics, and also encourage those people who watch to ask. You know, hey, you can ask me anything. I'm a dad. I'll tell you whatever's going on in my mind because obviously I'm in touch with what's going on with teenagers, not just this way, but in other ways too. So, yeah, you know, one thing that got me thinking is I know teenagers and kids often, and parents often fight. You know, so I wanted to bring a little bit of help with that. I know you and I have our battles.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, not just game battles, but just,
You know what game battles are, Dad?
Well, I hear you talk about it. I overhear. I eavesdrop. Isn't that cool? You know, so no. I mean, one of the things I wanted to tell kids is that, you know what? If you just talk a little more to your parents, they might understand. Don't you think that's a good idea?
I mean, I talk to my dad and my mom all the time. That's basically what I'm really. We together have a relationship, and that's what we're really good at. So.
Yeah, well, we both like to talk. That's for sure. But sometimes we don't like to listen. That makes it hard for us. I mean, I like to get my point across, and sometimes I interrupt. And
if you guys see in the gameplay,
right see, he's
here,
interrupting right there.
Yeah, if you guys see in the gameplay right here, I'm using this line of sight, which is really easy to protect Charlie C on Dome. And the other sight I was using a little bit, maybe 30 to 45 seconds ago. That's a really good one where you can see him just running out trying to capture C. So back to our topic.
Yeah. So I think you know what? I think sometimes when teenagers say, "Oh, my parents just don't understand," I think what they're saying is my parents don't agree with me, which is totally different. You know, I can understand, yet I can still disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's understanding that makes agreeing, a lot of people don't understand.
Right, exactly, and I think sometimes we're seeking for clarity. If you just seek to clarify, which I think, you know what, I think parents and teenagers should take turns talking. You know, sometimes they should each have like 60 seconds, just get to talk.
Yeah, just to tell them what's going on.
Yeah, just uninterrupted. Because you know what, that's even true for marriage. I mean, I've found that, you know, sometimes I just want my wife to listen.
Yeah,
you know, she just needs to listen.
I've never been married, but I could see kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, you've been around girls, I think.
Sure, I mean
they don't dig silence. I'm telling you that.
Yeah,
they don't. You know, and sometimes, you know what? And girls will break your heart. I got to tell you that, son. It's a little father-son conversation. Is that, you know what? You go out with girls. Sometimes they're gonna break your heart. You know what? You get over it.
Sure, why not?
Well, some people, you know what? Some people feel like they're never gonna get over it. Some guys are like, man, they broke my heart. I'm never gonna have another girl. They actually commit suicide over stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you've committed suicide over stuff like
just
that
twice.
before.
Just twice.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurt, but I came back. I spawned.
He's Jesus.
No, I just respawned.
Oh, Muhammad?
Yeah.
No.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, but I just wanted to say that because, you know what, they will hurt you, and they will. All right, so now I got another topic, and I think it's pretty important. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. You can ask me anything you want.
Don't worry. Okay. What's your best friend's uncle's name?
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. When I was about your age, my mom had me come talk to a bunch of parents. Okay?
Yeah.
And you know, the thing that stuck with me, it sticks with me to this day. I'm in my 40s. And I remember what the parents told me. They said, you know what? If our kids were just a little bit more appreciative of the things we did for them, we would give them a lot more.
Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know what? Gratitude is so amazing. If you're thankful to your parents, they're more likely to do more.
Why?
Well, you know, it's just nice to be appreciated for what you do, because parents do so much for kids and they don't appreciate it. And that's not why we're parents. We're not looking for the appreciation. But if we thought our kids really, truly appreciated what we did for them, I would give them more.
You would?
So I'm telling you how to work me and your mom. Is just be thankful,
Mom.
Especially Mom, because she's not here right now.
Yeah.
No, just be thankful. And so I'm saying that to anybody who's watching these videos. It's like, you know, if you're just appreciative and be thankful of what your parents do for you and show that appreciation, like on
and
Mother's Day.
you want to pre-order Black Ops 2, be nice to your parents and be appreciative, like my dad's saying.
Yeah, gratitude, man. It goes a long way.
Definitely.
Because parents don't want to just give and give and give and just not feel appreciated.
I want to be given.
Yo, I know you want stuff, man. I'm just teaching you how to work the system. I mean, you know, just seriously. I mean, it's people, even at work, if people are gracious and appreciative of what they give and what they receive, you know, I'm more likely to give to other people too.
I see what you mean there.
Yeah? Are you thankful of that?
I'm extremely thankful. Thank you so much that we actually had the opportunity to do this commentary. I wanted a new monitor.
Yeah, and we have a couple mics too. So, all right. So, what about why you? Okay, I gotta say, I read an essay that you wrote recently about you know, why parents shouldn't look through their kids' stuff. What do you think about that?
I had to do that. I was the only one in my whole period for that day that decided no, they shouldn't look through it, which I thought was really like not normal. I thought most kids would be on the no side, but I was the only kid in my whole class, and that really surprised me. But I mean, the reason I think other kids chose yes was because
okay, so wait, let's just set it up a little bit. So the assignment was, should parents be allowed to look through your stuff or read your texts or emails or what like that? That was the question.
Why or why not to? And I thought that everybody'd say no, but again, I have to stress this, that I was the only one who said no, and all the other people said yes. And I read some of their essays, and they were just like stuff that they wanted the teacher to hear. They wanted them to like. They didn't really mean it.
So they were saying like, what they thought would get them a good grade, not what they really believed.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I was the only one doing, and I was like.
Some might say that's kind of a kiss
butthole.
Yes. Listen.
So that's something that I thought was really stupid, and you guys can see that guy triangling and looking like he was dead. I didn't know he was actually there until I saw him capturing C.
Okay, so why do you think that parents shouldn't be able to look through their stuff? I mean, as a parent, I'm thinking it's my job to keep you safe. It's my job to keep you away from things that I think that aren't good for you and that aren't going to lead to a healthier life for you. So I need to kind of check up on you.
All right, well, I have to disagree with that. Wait, no, I agree, because I need a new monitor.
So you, so you're being grateful.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity.
So you're grateful that I look through your stuff. Or,
yeah.
You know, seriously. I mean, it's it's. You look at the Columbine and whatever, and all the parents, they didn't know their kids were into guns and bombs and things like that. So maybe it was the irresponsibility of the parents where they weren't checking up on you. So if you let your kids just do what they want, then as a parent, you become responsible for how the kids turn out. So why do you think that we shouldn't be checking up on you?
Because I think you should be giving the child like a form of trust, where if you can trust them with this, but you can't trust them with something else, this is sort of something that should be one of the first lines of trust. Or you should just ask the kids, or the parents should just ask the kids what's going on.
Well, wait a minute. If the kid was doing something wrong, wouldn't they lie about it too?
Well, you never said the kid was doing something wrong. If the kid is doing
saying
something wrong, if they did, then yeah, go ahead and check up on him. MOAB.
Ah, there it is.
First ever. I just spin around in circles. I'm actually watching the kill cam, which I never do because I was screaming because it's my first ever MOAB. Yeah, which I don't do now when I get MOABs. But
no, because it's like every other.
Yeah, whatever. So you think you should be able to look through?
You know what? I think on some level, absolutely, a parent should do that and should be able to do it. Well, and is able to do it. And the idea is not that they want to catch the kids being bad. It's we want to catch you before you do something serious that we can't help you with.
Yeah, and okay, there's one thing that I gotta say about Mom. The reason I disagree is because I kind of feel like she would just look through just to look through. Like, would you agree with that? That she
you
would
know,
just, on certain points, she would just look through just to look through, like
Well-
she does now sometimes with my phone.
well, since she doesn't watch YouTube, I'll say sure. Sure,
See?
sometimes she does. She's just curious, just wants
See?
to know what's going on because you don't talk to her.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. We definitely came out with the win there. Dropped a MOAB. Guy right in front of me. Subscribe to see more Dual Comm. Subscribe to see more commentaries. Leave a like to help support the series.
Talk to your
And,
parents. We're out of here.
Yeah, peace, guys. Later.